Hello VIPs. Today we're going to be taking a tour of one of my finished sketchbooks, so stay tuned. I got to the end of a sketchbook and thought perhaps you may like to take a little tour of it. This is my Etcher sketchbook, a watercolor sketchbook, and these are all pictures I've done in 2020. So here we go. These are my Dolphin. Just a quick watercolor sketch. I wanted to see if I wanted to go ahead and make a larger painting of it, which I did with a different color story. This is a picture I did of a local surfer on one of our local beaches. Funny story about this, I posted this picture on Instagram and he recognized it and got in touch with me and got to know him a little bit better. It was kind of interesting to get a call from somebody and say, "Did you paint my picture?" Yes, I did. Okay, here's a picture of mama and baby whale. When whales are born, mama has to push the baby up to the surface so that it can breathe right away. So that's what she's doing here. Getting that baby to have its first breath. I actually made a series of whales after I painted this sketch. I went ahead and did a series of them. You can see them on my website. It's www.CSEA watercolors.com. Okay, here's my manatee. This page was all slopped up with paint from the previous picture, so I didn't want to not paint anything on it. So I just did a small sketch of a manatee. And actually I did a larger painting of the manatee. This is what we call one of our wading birds. There's a lot of water around the area where we live, and actually outside of my studio there's a pond, and these birds come in. We see them all the time. This is a snowy egret. So I got a photo of it and decided it's time to paint one of those. Okay, this is an octopus, and I was working from a picture of a real live octopus, and it was purple. But when I was finished with it, I just wasn't happy with it. To me, it looked more like a cartoon than an actual octopus. I did get a different photo of an octopus, and I'm going to try my hand at that, see if I can make it look more like a real octopus instead of something out of the funnies. Okay, my mama and baby manatee. I got to swim with these guys many years ago down in Florida. Thoroughly enjoyed it. Volkswagen Beetle. My folks had one of these. Ours was beige though, but it looked just like that back when I was growing up. So brought back some memories. And with the surfboard sitting on a beach. Yeah. This is a Manta Ray. These things are huge. They're about 10 to 12 feet across their wingspan. And it was feeding here. So when it feeds, it has these flaps of skin that go down around to help to scoop the water through its filtration system. When they're not feeding, this is all closed and these flaps roll up and they sit right here. It looks quite different when it's not feeding than it does when it is. One of my little hatchling turtles making its way to the water. We used to sit the turtle nests and watch them hatch. They're just amazing. Behind, well, out the window of my studio, like I said, we have a retention pond back there, and the birds come in. And this year we had a pair of Canadian geese that came in, and they raised 4 little goslings from itty bitty little things to they're full size now. They're getting their strength ready to be able to fly off back north with their parents at the end of the summer. The neighbor has a dog, and the geese do not like that dog. They hiss at it and squawk at it every chance they get. So I had to get a picture of that. I call this my gangsta geese. Fishing boat. You can see it's got some bad weather. Can you see it? Got some bad weather there, and it's headed out. You can see the choppy water, and it's coming down on those waves and spitting up the spray. Another beach ride. It's a Jeep, classic Jeep, sitting on the beach where we like to go. This one actually is for sale, not this painting, but I had prints made of it and of the Volkswagen too. Where's the Volkswagen? Here it is. Of this one and this one. I have those for sale on my website. These are birds too. The next two are crows or ravens. My mother-in-law always called them grackles. In the fall, they migrate and they band together in flocks and they migrate. They're interesting to watch. She always said when you see the grackles, it means cold weather. Okay, this was just a practice sketch. Well, all of these were, but I wanted to try something different here, and it didn't work out. So I wanted to try using these colors on the water, a more intense greens and blues, and then I put a rowboat in there with it. And the water, I liked the water, but it was too intense for the rowboat. It just overwhelms it. So that was not a successful experiment. This was just a sketch. I started it and didn't finish it. And the reason was I was filming it for one of my videos, and the camera didn't turn on the way I wanted it to, and so I had all of this painted and no footage of it. So I did it again and painted this. This was the finished product of this. So yeah, and I did a larger painting of this one too, which will also be on my website. This was a study in a dramatic sky. The water was not important, the land was not important. I was working on the sky, and I think I got a fairly dramatic sky there. Was happy with that. Sailboats. My lifelong passion has been sailboats. I would so much like to learn how to sail someday. This was just a sketch. I was practicing doing a backlit subject. This sun is in the back coming through the sails. I didn't get the boat dark enough nor the water, but I redid it on a larger scale, and I do have that one for sale on my website also. This was just a quick practice sketch that I was using for a class. This was waves. I wanted to practice on when the water splatters. I wanted to practice doing that, and I thought the best way to do it is a wave hitting a rock. And it was also a practice in the rocks too. I think they came out pretty good. Of course, I have them pretty well splattered with white paint. I guess you can't see that, sorry. With white paint. Okay. And that's the end. I hope you enjoyed that. If you would like to, please subscribe to my channel. Hit the bell so that you don't miss any of my newest videos that come out. And also I will leave a link to my Patreon page down below if you'd like to participate in that. And I will see you in the next video.